and welcome. You are listening to At Home with Ifeno. Here, we'll talk about helping women know and understand their worth, find fulfillment in who they are, and in what they do. Every other week, we'll talk about your identity as a woman, discovering your unique purpose, intentionally raising the next generation, and your influence in homemaking. I am your host, Ifoma Nneka Omoni. Hello, and welcome to At Home with Ifeno podcast. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I hope the family is doing well, and I'm sure you are also thriving and putting in the best work to bring about great results. So I just want to start by saying good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever the time it is, wherever you are joining us globally. It's a beautiful day, and it promises to bring wonderful results to you as you put in the effort and the work. And the month is rolling gradually to an end. I'm sure our children have settled down into the new session. A new session started for some people in August and for others in this month of September, and the month is already about to end. Wow. Every time and every day we need to put in the work because the time is not waiting for any of us. So today promises to be a very interesting and enlightening episode. Yes, I am solo on the show, even though, yes, you know that I am not alone. God is with me always. This episode is one that I believe would really help us all as a family in our various homes, and maybe the point from which I'll be coming from today will also help to bring about a lot of changes in the way we see potential in our lives. So for today's topic, or our focus for today, I have tagged it Untapped Potential, a Family Affair. Untapped Potential, a Family Affair. Dear listeners, do you know that wealth resides in you, which you are yet to handle? There are many things in you haven't discovered. There are many things that are lying fallow, lying dormant, and they need to come out from you. We're about to enter the very last quarter of this year, and it's not too late for you to discover more about yourselves. It just takes the diligence, the discipline, the intentionality, and you discover that there's something that you have been ignoring or not paying close attention to that is enormously profitable to you, and not just you, but even to the world around you. So today's topic, like I said, is Untapped Potential, a Family Affair. Yes, I mean you. You have wealth lying fallow in you, and there are untapped potential in you and your family, that can play a great role in helping you give so much back to the world. But today's focus is trying to see how our family can play a vital role in unleashing and utilizing the potentials that are not yet realized from our lives, working as a team. I would like to start by defining or explaining what untapped potential means. Untapped means not yet exploited, yet to be used, not drawn upon, not utilized. So have you found that sometimes we buy things and we just keep them lying in our house? There are many things like that. Initially, you think you need, an equipment, a tool, and you buy it. You buy a camera, and you just leave it there. It's just there. And that camera can be there gathering dust. I'm sure maybe when you are cleaning it as a home CEO, you keep looking at it and wondering, when will I start using this camera? When will I start using this mixer that I bought to start baking? When will I start using this instrument? When will I even use the sewing machine that I said, oh, I'm going to start sewing? We have so many things like that in our homes. But what we're talking about is beyond just the tools. There are many gifts and talents that are still lying dormant, and we need to see how, as a family in our homes, that working as a team could help us release this untapped potential, which could bring great wealth to us and those around us. So I have said that untapped means it is not yet utilized, not drawn upon, not used, or yet to be exploited. Potential means dormant or latent qualities, latent abilities, dormant things and talents that are in us and that may be developed or lead to future success or usefulness if we discover them and bring them out of us. A wise man once said that the graveyard is the richest place in the world because there are many songs that were not yet sung that, went back to the grave with those that had them, books, a lot of things, innovations, creative ideas that would have been a blessing to our world. And as the year has some months to go, I just felt this would be a beautiful time to, inspire us to look deep within as a family. If you have never looked at it this way, I want to encourage everyone listening as a family, whether you are single, you live in a home with people, family is not just people that are related by blood. Family is a group of people, usually of the same blood, but it doesn't need to be that. People that genuinely love each other, trust each other, care about each other, and look out for each other. That's your family. So even if you are listening to this episode and you say, Ifeno, my parents are no more, I am an orphan. Yes, but do you stay with a group of people? Do you live with people? You will not be living with people if you don't trust them. Yes, because you want to live in a place that is safe. You will not be living with a people that don't care about you. You will not be living with a group of people who don't even look out for you. Even if you feel you are just managing with them for a while, after a while you will go to a place where you can trust the people that you want to live with, that you see that they have genuine love for you. So we want to encourage families to see how they can help each other to release these great potentials that are lying fallow, be it between spouses. Sometimes we feel it is just about the children. No, even between us spouses, we can help our spouse see things they might not be paying attention to as something that could benefit the world and also a blessing to you. So the family, it's a family affair to see how our untapped potential can become resources that will benefit a lot of us. So untapped potentials are hidden strengths, skills, and abilities that lie dormant within us, waiting to be discovered and unleashed, waiting to, be shared to the world. It could be anything like a hidden passion for cooking, for writing, or even a knack for problem solving. You could also be that person that has that natural ability of connecting with people. Some people are the life wire to parties, to events, and you might be taking that for granted, not knowing that you could be an event planner, and put things together without so much stress. So this is the time for discovery, and we want to encourage us to engage our family members, our loved ones, so that we will unleash the gold mine that we have in us. So today, we're exploring this fascinating topic. Many times, we often see untapped potential as just an individual journey of self-discovery. But what about us looking at it collectively as a family unit? Have you ever thought of that? That as a family, you can bring out the best in each other when we intentionally come together as a unit, as a team, and we bring out the best in us. Sometimes, as a family, we could even discover that we could start a business together when we see that some of our passions or the things we love can come together and there is an alignment. So let's see how we can work together as a team. It's not just about the usual routine. It could mean that we will have to go out of our comfort zone, but we never know what we can do until we try. Families are the first support system for many of us as people. Our families have a way of shaping our values, beliefs, and aspirations. Many of us that are adults today can remember some family traditions, some things that our parents, took very importantly, that has helped us even in the way we live our lives, the way we make decisions today. So this is why it is possible for us to make the release of untapped potential as a family affair. Let's see how families can be a catalyst for unlocking that extraordinary within each of us. The family is a launch pad. The family is a platform. It's a takeoff area. God did not make a mistake in putting us together as a family. The choice we have in a family coming together is between the spouses. The spouses make their choice of who they want to marry. But have you noticed that you don't make a choice of the children that you have? Even if you feel you can choose the sex, but the makeup, you don't have a choice. Once you have chosen your spouse, the children that comes to your home are really not. Sometimes when we want a male child or a female child, sometimes we get that sex. But interestingly, beyond the sex, the attitude and everything about that child, you really don't know what that child is going to look like until the child is born and starts living with you. So our families are a launch pad, and they will help us in taking off, in discovering more about ourselves. Our families should serve as a place where every member, father, mother, children, relations that stay with you, or those that help you as caregivers, as long as they are under your roof, we must pay attention to every member of our home and use this platform as a place of discovering the greatness and potential each and every one of us have. So how can this become a reality? I would like to share 3 key areas as a family that you can help in unleashing the untapped potential in every single member of the home. The first thing I would like to talk about is shared values. As a family, you need to see how you can sit down as a couple, first of all, the husband and the wife, father and mother of a home, and see how you can agree on the values that would drive your decisions, that would make you know what is priority, because every family is different. So one of the things that could help unleash the untapped potential that a family has individually and as a group is when we have shared values, when we have common values like integrity, values like honesty, excellence, whatever it is. There are a lot of values, but you must not just do it like an academic work. You need to sit down and ask yourselves truly as a couple, what are the things that determine how I spend my time, how I use my resources, what are the things that determine the choices you make, concerning what type of job to take. Those things are influenced by values, and we must come together as a family to see how we can put together few values that will drive our lives. That way, our families will have a focus. Our families will not just copy anything that we see outside. Whatever decisions we are making will be based on the values we have agreed as a family. And so the family values provide a moral compass, a sense of belonging, and a framework for making decisions. I'll take that again. The family values provide a moral compass. A compass is an instrument that shows the direction, shows the way things should go. So, as a family, we just need to sit down and agree on our family values. Like I said, the family values provide a moral compass. A compass is one that shows us the way to go, gives us a sense of belonging, and a framework for making our decisions. Do you have family values? Family values can inspire shared goals, aspirations, and motivate each of us in our homes. Every member of the family will strive to follow the path that their values have, shown them in their unique area of strength and passion. When we have shared values, it will help us be accountable to each other, even if we are in different fields. The values that we have as a family helps in making sure that we are not going out of order and that we are one. The second thing that our family can help, or a family can help to unleash the potentials in every individual member of the family or collectively as a group, is creating a supportive environment. This is very, very, very critical. Creating a supportive environment. The importance of unconditional love that is not based on when you behave well, I will love you. The importance of that encouragement and open communication within our homes is very important in tapping into our untapped potential as individuals in our home and as a family unit. A supportive home environment is like fertile soil for every person's growth. When we have a home where the environment is peaceful, where there is no form of judgment, where there is this support, even when we are correcting ourselves, we are not condemning ourselves. When we have that kind of environment as our homes, everyone will look forward to sharing, and this will act like a fertile ground for us to thrive and to bring out those things. But when the home is hostile, when it looks like it's a war zone where there is always arguments, fights, even if there are potential, talents and gifts in us, because the environment is not welcoming, there's no love and is not friendly, those things that should have come out in us are likely to die, to be frustrated, to be choked up by the way things are going when the home is not supportive for each and everyone's growth. So we need to put in the efforts to make sure that our homes are supportive. We are creating that environment that has that encouragement and non-judgmental atmosphere. Yes, we correct each other. Spouses should be able to correct each other in love. Children should accept correction, and parents should not get to the point where their children shut their parents out and cannot express themselves. A supportive home environment will provide the necessary conditions for every one of us at home to explore, to experiment, and discover those things that we have hidden in us. How can this, become a reality? how can this supportive environment be groomed? First, we need to have that emotional safety. Yeah, we are not just in our bodies, we have emotions. A secure home environment will allow every member of the home to feel safe, to take risks, to make mistakes without fear of judgment. Sometimes my children want to try some things, and I am skeptical. I'm afraid. I'm not a good risk taker. And sometimes when we overdo this, trying to play safe, we tend to limit what our children can become, what they can do. So we must make our homes, that secure environment that will allow every member of our home, to take some risk. And even if mistakes are made, not to be afraid to be judged. We must see mistakes as a learning curve, a time to learn and unlearn whatever, we have discovered, even in what has happened. So this will help even in creating that supportive environment. We should also remember that we need to celebrate efforts, recognizing that even when we don't get desired results, no matter how little the efforts that has been put into whatever any member of the family wants to achieve, we should celebrate those efforts, knowing that it takes a process for us to get the outcome that we are looking for. So a home is that place where even when we have not gotten that result we want, a child tried to, ride a bike, for example, as simple as that, and didn't get it, for the first few weeks, maybe the child keeps falling down. We should not feel that, oh, you can never ride a bike. No, we should encourage, we should not shut the child down so that the child will not feel that, oh, I can never do this. We must have that atmosphere of celebrating efforts. We should also see our homes as a place to stimulate, our creativity. How can we do that? We should make our house and our homes a place where books, games, opportunities for learning can spark the curiosity of our children and even our spouses. One game that I know that helps even in our financial intelligence, and things like that, is Monopoly, and it's a very beautiful game that I would recommend that you should play as a family. When we play it in my house, you see how some people are very prudent in the way they are going to buy houses or, purchase things. And gradually, you never know what those games can spark, even in playing such games. Our homes should be that kind of environment. So creating that supportive environment is the second thing that can help us as individuals and even as a family to unleash and release untapped potential. Remember, I said the first one is we should have shared values as a family. If we don't have family values, please make it a point of duty as a couple, as parents, to sit down. You can make it a goal that before this year ends, you should have shared values as a family. Discuss it with your children. Yes, they might be still little, but as they grow, make them understand and know that these are the things that shape our decisions, that drive our priorities, and over time they will understand what you're saying. So I just want to challenge us, in order to make our learnings and what we gain from At Home with Ifeno practical. If you don't have family values, I want to say, make it a point of duty to do that before 2024 ends and share it with your family. Even if you feel your children are too small, your spouse, both of you should sit down and talk about it and see how it can help even as your children grow and you inculcate it in them through what you do daily. It's not, like I said, it's not an academic exercise necessarily, but it's one that will help you give a sense of direction and vision to your family and make your home a unique one. The third thing that will help even in unleashing our potential that are still lying dormant, are still latent, and making it a family affair is the power of family traditions. The power of family traditions. Dear listener, do you know that daily or weekly rituals can contribute to our personal and family growth? Yes, traditions, practices, things that we do regularly. Do you know that what you do daily is a direction to where you are going to in the future? So if your daily routine is not productive, is not bringing out the best version of you, then it's time to sit and look at those things you are engaging in so that you change your daily and weekly routines as a family and personally. So what you should ask yourself is, what are those traditions as a family that is helping you bring out the best in you? There are many things we can do. But I'd just like to say that daily and weekly traditions, practices, rituals, whatever you want to call them, they serve as anchors in our daily lives. These daily and weekly practices, they serve as anchors in our chaotic life, our busy schedules. When you have routines, when you have rituals, they provide a sense of structure, they provide a sense of purpose, all of which are essential and very important for our personal and our family growth. Examples of family traditions that can help us as a family and can bring out the potentials that we are yet to discover can be seen in sharing meals and family meetings. This will help in connecting with one another. How many of us honestly use our dining table regularly as a family? It is beyond it being a piece of furniture in our homes. Yes, I know there are many people that will say, oh, Ifeno, there is no time. Even if you can't have dinner or breakfast together during the week, well, even if you feel you can't do that during the week, what about weekends? What about Saturdays or even Sundays? Having meals together as a family on the dining table has a way of connecting us, because you find out that beyond eating, conversations can be spurred there. Things can come up that you discuss on a relaxed mode, and it has a way of bringing us together, fostering bonding as a family. Another way or tradition that could help in fostering and encouraging us, inspiring those potential in us to come out, is to have family meetings. In our family meetings, it should be a time where we discuss our goals as a family, challenges and achievements. If we are struggling for the children, the subjects they are not doing well, what they are finding difficult. Like I said, even if you feel this is not possible, Ifeno, during the week, what about the weekends? If you take your family importantly, if you see it as a priority, I believe you can create that time for your family meeting. It doesn't need to be every weekend. You can decide to make it twice in a month or even once in a month. Let's start with once in a month, a dedicated family time for meeting together. We could also you could also dedicate time for games and activities, like I earlier said, playing board games. Try to reduce screen time as much as possible. Yes, you could watch movies together as a family, but let's look at how we can communicate and connect beyond screen time, because screen time is becoming a serious distraction that we must fight against. So these are the three ways that making our potentials that are yet to be increased a family affair. 1, through having shared values as a family. 2, through creating a supportive environment, a loving and encouraging atmosphere with no judgment, where correction, where encouragement, where cheering on can be fostered, so that we will release those great things and discover the things we have in us. And like I said earlier, who knows? You could discover that you can start a business as a family. You could do things together through this platform as a family. It's a family affair. Discovering ourselves is not limited to just our personal journey. We can incorporate our family as a team to help us bring out the best in us. So it is time. I say it is time to put into action the things we have heard. Please share what you have learned, what you got even on this episode in the comment section on any of our platforms, YouTube, Spotify, whatever platform you listen to At Home with Ifeno. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. We also have an email address, and it is athomewithifeno@gmail.com. Please, you could send your questions, your concern, whatever it is, and we'll make sure we reply your mail. So, in summary, I just want to say the family indeed is a power unit. Is a unit that can catalyze personal and collective growth. It's a place where untapped potential lies. And as a family, we can help each other sharpen ourselves and bring out the very best in us. The family is the cornerstone of many individuals' lives. We can't do without families. Even if you feel you don't have your biological family still here with you, the people that cherish you, the people that love you and show you that concern are your family. See how you can work with them and bring out the very best in you. The family is the foundation of love, support, and encouragement. The role of a family in helping someone unleash their untapped potential is invaluable, is immeasurable. You cannot underestimate it. That encouraging word from a spouse to the other spouse saying, "You can do it, dear. Don't worry. Keep trying. The best is coming. Don't give up." Those words, could help spur strength, renewed hope in each other. That word of encouragement from a mother to a child who might be struggling with a subject could bring about another dimension of greatness that you can never imagine. So the family has great influence on bringing about untapped potential to life. By creating a nurturing environment and fostering personal growth, families can play a pivotal role. Families can play a key role in helping individuals unleash their full potentials. So I say, let's make unleashing our untapped potential a family affair. Thanks for joining us this week on At Home with Ifeno. Check us out on Instagram at Ifeno17. As always, subscribe to the show to catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh content. See you next in 2 weeks' time.